Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Rocks Roost, or afternoon or evening, whatever it might be for you. We're going to go ahead and get started again. I think we should be fine this time. Things are pretty crazy here in my world. The Hurricane Helene has brought quite a bit of devastation to this area. Fortunately, I'm fine. Most of my neighbors are just fine. But a little bit farther afield, down in Tennessee and North Carolina, which is just 45 minutes, an hour or so away from here, it's pretty bad. So we're going to hope for the best for them, and I've exhausted what I can do for them at the moment, so I figured why not get into the streaming again, and maybe through entertaining you, I can help get my mind off of those things. And as I'm needed in the real world, of course, I will do what needs to be done with that. But for now, we're going to jump back into Shattered Space. Last night, we had kind of a false start. We got about 20 minutes in, and actually, that's not the save we won, I don't think. We got about 20 minutes in, and the internet speed dropped such that I couldn't stream anymore. And that's one of our photos that we took, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Yeah, this is not where we need to be. This was before I noticed things were not working properly. So where is it? Is it this one? Pretty sure this is the right one. If we start in the council chamber, that's our sign. No, this is not it either. Oh, ritual chamber. I bet this is it. Okay. Now we're back on track. No, that's not it either. Maybe, did I not save it? Or has it been saved over? Possibly. I guess so. Oh, well, that's fine. Because we're close to it now. We'll just redo this. What did we pick? We picked Devotion and Perseverance, I think. Can't really see. We put Devotion here, and at the other one we placed Perseverance, I think. Here we go. And that's it. So after a little recap, there's Andreja.
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun. Did you feel the Great Serpent working within you? Do you feel born anew?
Yes.
Devotion to the Great Serpent and perseverance to remain devoted, no matter the circumstances, will always reveal a path forward for any member of House Varun. I grant you the title of Diviner. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
Okay. So, I was expecting my interactions with House Varun to be far more contentious than this. I was expecting there to be some high stakes involved with actually, becoming part of them. I figured that would be an option, but I figured it would be something that you'd have to really work for. We'll just take all this stuff, why not? And it would only be earned after a lot of blood, sweat, and extremely dramatic circumstance. Instead, we just kind of walked in and they said, hey, join us, and then save us. It's a little disappointing. Little disappointing. I mean, I realize they're facing a great crisis, but the stakes don't feel... I'm not feeling the stakes. Not feeling them. Alright, well, we survived the thing.
How may I assist you?
And we have already seen this, so I'm going to be speeding through. We're here. Come on. Hey. Hey there. There we go.
Welcome, Diviner. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Anasko Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen.
Yes, we'll be going through this quickly. If you haven't seen it and you want to, it's in part 2 or second session. Aren't you all House Varun? I will ask all these things because it might matter.
I understand.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spend this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
It felt different. We have already wasted so much time.
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering.
Agreed.
And by extension, House Varun suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malabor. Do go on.
Anasko Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasko wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dasra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived.
This very well could be a culture-ending event. Again, we've heard this, so I'll go quickly. A few weeks. The vortex is the space between multiverses.
Your arrival and your interaction with the plan had been the current head of our side.
Yes. Okay, good.
There's no one I would rather see right now.
Agreed. Now, based on this, there should be 5 council members, I guess. Because there's 5 seats, 5 lecterns. Well, there's not 5 seats. There's 4 seats. Well, I guess that's a seat there, isn't it? So there's 5 places. One of them is the speaker, who he's been ghostified. And so there's 3 left, so they're really only down 1 person. Well, 2.
Yes?
Anyway. Yes. She seems
No,
different than
it's
most of the others.
Complicated.
Right.
The speaker. Each of the houses.
Again, if you want to see this, go ahead and watch the other session. I will ask this. Have you ever thought about changing it?
Now is hardly the time to be entertained.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So you must have a head. Don't take it personally.
Sure.
We have been through so much. And then Malabor go. I am over it. Serpent guide you.
I'll tell you my experience. When a woman says she's over it, don't trust her.
You would speak with me? Yes? Did you require something? I was out. You know, I still find... Indeed. I know they walk.
There we go.
Zerak. They spent every moment. It was their great... The Oracle's fate. We have more important. 87 souls reside with the Great Serpent now. They will be remembered. Of course. Oh, to have started from...
Something I can do for you?
Goodbye. All right. So here we are. We're here. This is immediate. This is exactly where we left off at the end of the second session. So sorry about that. We had to backtrack just a little. We are going to go ahead and put on our Varun suit that we found, since now we're official. And then we'll save it. I said we'll save it. Save. My goodness. There's way too many saves here. We'll just plop it down there. All right. Let's go. First order of business is to find somewhere to dump this stuff.
Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research.
Ah.
They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Smell a
Good luck
quest.
finding help at a time like this.
Excuse me, I smell a quest.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides will be faithful. So, who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
Truth. Okay, so let's head to the spaceport. And our ship. Are we close enough to the ship? We are indeed. To add to the cargo. But I tell you, we're going to go to the ship anyway. Because, and those kids have a quest for us, but we may not do it. Because it's hide and seek, and as I said in what little was recorded of yesterday, I don't enjoy hide and seek quests in games. That's a fairly common thing, and I've never liked it. I think it's bad memories of the similar quest in Majora's Mask, the bombers, where you got to run around Clocktown finding the bombers. I found that troubling. I did not like the N64 controller, and it haunted me. I always felt like I was on the verge of being out of control in that game. In any game played on the N64, really.
It's got to be back in our own ship.
That it is. One of these days I'll get used to the layout. We're headed to the cockpit, which is right up here. First we need to stop by here and take a nap. Get our health back.
Well, all that physical training seems to have paid off.
So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe and where his stargazing landed him.
Hey.
I'm up for a little adventure.
You know, you'd think that they would say something about being here.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
But they're completely oblivious.
Take it easy.
They're completely oblivious to it.
I'm working hard, Captain.
I bet you are.
Bye.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, we're not.
It's really good talking to you.
We have nothing to say about being on this massively xenophobic world. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure if you take them off the ship, maybe they'd say something. We should try that out. I've been carrying this around forever, never once used it. I keep saying maybe I will. Anyway, this actually is a pretty good gun. It has low damage, but the rate of fire is high, and we have a lot of rounds for it. What else do we have that uses that type of ammo? Probably nothing. Nothing indeed. So I know I could sell these things, but right now I'm not too concerned. I'll just stash it. And I think we'll switch to this. Yeah. We're gonna need more protection because this place is just out of control. Damage is gonna be a thing. I guess we'll use that. That's a pretty wicked looking helmet, isn't it? I mean, the bonuses from this are nice, but the protection is just not there. Oops. You know, I probably need to get the heavy things out of my inventory. Or not the heavy things. Some of these notes, I've been carrying around because they don't weigh anything, but I guess there's really a need to do that. Alrighty. Okay, things we're probably not going to use. Keep an O2 recovery thing. Don't need that right now. Don't need these hats. What I'm wearing gives persuasion, I think. Keep this one. Put that in. Health and O2. Don't really need that. I don't know. We're probably not going to wear that hat. I'll keep it, though. Space Road carry capacity. May need that in a pinch, but we've got our Space Trucker flannel for that. All right. That's good. Where are you, Andreja? There you are.
My favorite person.
Indeed.
I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
Your polygons are showing. Yes, we need to sell this, but right now, I'll probably do that when I'm not streaming. Is she better with this? She might be. We'll see. What does it use? Light fuse. Do you have that? You don't. So let's give her one. She only needs one of any type of ammo. All right. Okay.
Leaving so soon.
Just throw it in here. I was going to keep that, wasn't I? We don't have like an automatic rifle. Oh, well, we're keeping the Kodama, aren't we? Or was it? This thing has a very wide pattern, though. But we'll keep that and get rid of this. In fact, I think I have a Kodama here that is like really souped up. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have that. I'm a dreamin'. Okay, so this... We're probably not going to use that. I don't have a lot of ammo for that. So let's store that. We're not going to use that. Is this the Kodama I was thinking about? Am I that crazy? Wait a minute. My goodness. Oh, we definitely don't need that. Y'all are just going to have to overlook me here. This, this inventory is not the easiest thing in the world to look through. Okay, whatever. That's good. Why am I still so heavy? I don't know what these do yet. Just store them. They're very heavy. We went through that. We went through everything, right? No, don't. I don't use mines, really. Oh. This is why we're still heavy. Perfect. Okay. Let's go. Actually, the easiest way out is to do this. When you have a big ship, that's usually faster. Okay. Speaking of, I think my ship, yeah, 37% hull. Let's... Where's the ship services guy? I bet that's him. Or Rahim.
All right. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Goodbye. How about you, Voris?
This is our city, and you will follow our rules.
Sure.
What can I help you with?
It's actually my city now because I joined your cult. Dumar.
Hell, that is some ship you have there.
Well, you can say that again.
It has been too long since I've tinkered with a ship from the settled systems.
I'm surprised.
Well, I had a privileged upbringing that allowed me to hone my skills on all sorts of different ships. So, if you need anything for your ship, just let me know.
I need it to be repaired, please.
There is nothing I cannot handle.
Thank you. What else have you
How
got
may
to
I help?
say? How are you so knowledgeable about ships from the settled systems?
About that. My father was a technician far outside of Dasra. Growing up, I would help him repair or strip all of the ships that were being delivered to him. Delivered by zealots. The ships were incredible. Deimos, throughout Ekland, even Hope Tech. It was so exciting to work on them, but now I just feel dirty. Knowing where those ships came from, what had to be done to acquire them. When I grew older, I came to my senses, grew a conscience, and abandoned my father. I think the Great Serpent that I managed to avoid that life.
Well, sure. It must have been a hard choice to make. But are all settled systems ships delivered by zealots?
Oh, no. Not in Dazra, at least. From time to time, our connections are able to deliver an outsider ship. They are very rare, though, and the times I get to work on one are very few and far between.
Well, that must have been a hard choice.
Thank you. It is moments like these that I know I made the right choice.
When was the last time an outsider even, stepped foot in Dazra?
I have no idea. It has happened before, but well before my time. Your arrival here was shocking, to say the least.
I'll bet. Let's see what kind of ships he has for sale.
Take a look.
I don't really need a ship right now, but I just want to see. Varun Prophecy. C-class reactor is a big boy. We are zoomed all the way out. The laser. Missile. PAR. What is the PAR? Don't remember. I'm looking at the weapons there on ship systems. Very much high engine, high grav drive. Very brooding looking. Where's the cockpit? Wait, where's the front? Is this the front? What's... I mean, I assume the cockpit is here. Let me spin it around. There's no convenient way. I assume, you know, that right in the center there. On top. I guess that's the cockpit. I think that's glass I'm looking at, right? Interesting. Okay, we got the Dirge 2. Much smaller ship. Very heavily armed, these ships. The Vigil 2, a little less armed and more cargo capacity. The Prophecy. Wait a minute. Wasn't the first one called the Prophecy? This is a C-class 6 crew. I guess they just have 2 of these. A value of 311,636. Yeah, so there's just 2 of those for some reason. The Wendigo 2. This is not a Varun ship. That looks like a Tayo ship. Mostly it's a combo, I think, of different components. That's a Tayo cockpit. Okay. The Trader Railstar. Interesting. The Thresher. And the Pterosar 2. Another big long boy. And what is this? What is this structure here? That's the reactor, but what is this green, kind of green looking thing? With like the fins? What is that? I don't recognize that. Anyway, we don't need a ship. Just curious, man. Also curious to see if my weapons are reloaded. It looks good so far. Which, speaking of that, let us favorite this. For now, we'll put it there. And this pistol, we'll put right there. So everything now has a slot. Well, the Equinox, put it here. In case we need to stun somebody, you never know. Gotcha. Okay. Now we'll wander back into the city here, and we're supposed to speak to Ekris.
Salutations.
Salutations. Here's the depository. Let's see what we got in here. Howdy.
Great goods for a great price.
A lot of brody.
I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome.
You seem a little more normal than the most. It appears my reputation precedes me.
That's an understatement. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself. Which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously curious category to the dangerously unique one.
Well, I don't blame them.
Which reminds me, here I am prattling on about you when I haven't even introduced myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not starting our conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late.
Really?
My brother Qasim has been missing for days. I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, thank you. But my problems need not burden you. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know.
Maybe I could help you.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Well, I'm an RPG protagonist.
You truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us.
I'll do my best, Nalada. All I need to know is where to start. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh yes, of course. The last time I heard from Qasim, He was headed out to the Deep Gorge refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick.
I'll get you some answers.
Something within tells me you speak the truth. I feel blessed that the Great Serpent delivered you to my door. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now,
No kidding.
is there anything you might need for your journey?
Possibly. But let me ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. What can you tell me about this refinery?
It's an old mineral processing facility a good distance to the southeast of Dazra. It closed down years ago due to, I'm not even sure why. It ran out of resources, I think. There was very little talk about it around town.
Mm-hmm.
The only silver lining was that all of the workers were placed into other positions throughout the city, so no one went hungry.
Okay. Tell me some more about Qasim.
Do you mean to ask if it's a sore subject to bring up since he's missing? Not at all. Qasim and I have been close ever since we were young. Our father and mother taught us everything we needed to know about running this shop so that one day we could take over. When they passed, Qasim and I ran the business for a few years together, but I could see his heart was elsewhere. I gave him my blessing, and he attended an engineering academy. In a few more years, he graduated and made quite a name for himself. When the government reached out to everyone for help after the incident, I wasn't the least bit surprised he was the first to volunteer. I can only pray that his eagerness hasn't gotten him into deep trouble.
Agreed. Why did he head out there in the first place?
The cataclysm that claimed most of Dazra has severely impaired our ability to survive on Varun Kai. Qasim is simply trying to use his engineering background to help everywhere that he can. In this case, he's trying to assess if the refinery can be reopened. He strongly believes that the loss of the city's infrastructure means we need to rely on everything we can in order to get back on our feet.
Okay. Show me your wares.
I'm sure we can strike a bargain.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let me just make sure that everything's working. It looks like I do have the mic on. Just double checking. She got lab outfits. Okay, that's good. And various things. Groat pie. Looks like the shepherd's pie model. I don't know if it's a different model or not. I think the pan and the shepherd's pie maybe is a different color. I don't know. A delicious Varun delicacy with groat meat, vegetables, and a chewy crust. Yum. Well, sounds good to me. I do love shepherd's pie. Koza is fermented groat milk, typically paired with every meal. I like the look of that. In fact, I'll buy a jug. I'll take a couple med packs too. Can't have enough of them. Seaweed wine. Very nice. We have some of this we found earlier. Super cool. Ship parts. I think we're good on those. Resources. What do you got? What do you got that's just digging a hole in my pocket? I gotcha. Nothing super rare. Nothing that we've tagged except cosmetic. And I think we have a bunch of that, so probably be okay. You got any digipicks? Yeah, I'll take all of those. All right, thank you. Probably should have sold some things. I'll do that when I'm not on camera. Lord knows I'm bogging things down enough as it is. Okay. What other businesses do we have around here? A lot of things. Looks like maybe there's a place we could get. Vacant house. What if we could buy that? Harold's Rest. Security Center. Okay. Let's just check it out. Oh, look. It's a mission board. Let's see what there is. Destroy the Varun Prophecy and Alpha Tirana. A known zealot ship has been reported in the Alpha Turnus system. Well, I totally misread that the first time. Anyway, locate the Varun Prophecy and destroy it. Okay, that sounds good. Hunt creatures on Kavnik 2C. We are offering a reward for anyone who hunts down the dangerous creatures at the cave on Kavnik 2C. And rescue a hostage at Nicola 2. We have an active situation with a Varun field agent being taken hostage by an Ecliptic Rapier 2 in the Nicholas system. Go there and put down the captors and rescue the agent. Should be an Ecliptic Rapier. Anyway, whatever. We might do some of those. I don't want to get too bogged down. What's up? You're just a guard.
If you require aid, Auntie Nirara at the Halls of Healing may be able to assist you, if she can spare the supplies.
Okay. Sounds good. Ooh, what's this? Bottle. Computer. The Cortege Flight Records. Arrivals. Departures. Maintenance check. Alrighty. Routine check of grav drive and engines showed no issues. Structural integrity intact. Shield system showed power loss, but within the expected range for the older Vigil class. Okay. Watcher's Hymn Flight Records. I don't know why I'm looking at this. I mean... Okay. The Frog's Pulpit. I love that. Long-term maintenance check. As this bird has been through the ringer. I love the name of the ship. Well, there you go. Apparently it's a type of flower. Fascinating. I'm imagining a frog on top of a water lily with a bunch of other frogs on lily pads listening intently. Is it a Hellfire and Damnation type frog preacher? I don't know. Ooh. Temptation. Theft sentenced. Okay, he's probably dead. Theft heresy sentenced. Heresy treason sentenced. Theft assault sentenced. Murder sentenced. Well, notice there's nobody here, so you know, I guess death is what you get. I'm not gonna steal. I'd like to, but I don't want to risk being sentenced, man. Besides, I've pretty much played this character on the straight and narrow so far, so it'd be weird for me to deviate from that. Uranium. Let's scan it. A lot of fauna on this planet. My goodness, 18 different species. Which, I mean, for Starfield, that's a lot. Then for real life, that would be almost devoid of life.
As much as I did not like it, I miss going to school.
Okay, I understand. You're just a person.
Our Had to turn away a mother and a child this morning due to lack of supplies. That drains the life out of you.
Yeah, I'm sure. No doubt. Is something wrong with the lift?
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that.
Right.
Are you sure you must go?
I wanted to talk to this guy.
Diner.
He doesn't have much to say. Okay, let's go. Quit screwing around, man. Okay, I'd kind of like to visit the different POIs in the city, if for no other reason than to get some fast travel points, I guess. I don't know. I don't like fast traveling anymore, and I have to. But it would be good to kind of find out where everything is at. Harold's Rest. There we go. It's the bar.
Just trying to survive one more day.
You'll make it.
I got you your favorite from the meat house.
Problem?
No problem.
Extra fatty, just the way you like. Do you want to eat it now? Please. Please, just eat something. Drink something. Say something, please.
I am not much for conversation.
I've been like
But yeah, you just walk up and start talking to me.
Hello? Must say I'm surprised you are still here. If I were in your shoes, I would have turned heel and ran as far away from this place as I could.
Okay.
All that was good in Dasra is dead and gone.
I will be back later.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I promise.
I sense a crisis of faith. I'm here to help.
We appreciate it, but some of us have lost too much already. I'm not talking about buildings or plazas or temples or offices. I'm talking about people, like my wife, that are no longer here. Dead and gone. No amount of your help will bring them back.
Yeah. This, you're saying things that might get you in trouble. Why isn't your faith seeing you through like other people?
I could not care less if I get in trouble. If I disappear now, because of the things I have been saying, it would be a mercy. Look at me. Do I look like I care if I live or die? I'm a walking corpse already. The Great Serpent saw fit to kill everything I held dear in this lifetime. And he chose to torture me by leaving me untouched. My fate is not seeing me through. Because perhaps it was our faith that put us in this position.
Tell me about your wife.
What can I say about my Mira? She was always talking. She could go on and on about anything. A book she read, a dream she had, a future together. She had a low, soft voice. But the world is so much quieter without it. Great Serpent, she was beautiful as the stars. She was self-conscious, though, but she had no reason to be. She would cry about her appearance at times. Who doesn't? And it would break my heart, because she was perfect to me. Some of her sensitivity must have rubbed off on me, because I cried a lot when we were together. I felt like I could be open, vulnerable. I never felt that way with anyone else. And she would just come to me and put her forehead to mine. She was
It's okay.
Good. I think I may take some time for myself now.
Okay. All right, here we have the Herald's Rest. Poor guy. The bar. Anyone here want to join the list?
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
Excuse me. I have work to do. You seem to be doing well. I'll drink to that.
Oh, God. Do these people want a job?
Another drink will not hurt.
I guess not.
We lost a lot of good people to the Vortex. Bar seems much empty.
Bianca Latif.
What?
What?
I don't need any free drinks from you.
Well, I wasn't going to give you any.
Not looking for company right now.
Okay, goodbye. Probably part of a quest later. Hey there, young. What's happened? Gina Dumari.
This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane.
Let's see what you got.
This is what I have.
Goat milk, Koza, med pack, and seaweed wine. Now, what else do you need in life? Goodbye. Alright, so we know where the bar's at. That's good. Man's got to have a watering hole. This is the Keep Armory. Alright, let's pull up the map. Kind of get an idea. Okay, so that's kind of out there by itself. Let's go up this way. If we follow the breadcrumbs, it'll probably take us toward that part of the
Great
city.
Serpent, please help me. I am terrified.
This city. I can hardly understand what I'm seeing.
I can't understand what I'm seeing. So you got one on me. Hello, citizen.
Diviner?
Yes. Okay, so the fellow we need to talk to is there. We see him. Must be Ekris there. This place is so confusing. Thought we had been here.
No shame at all.
Oh my.
What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame, but instead here you are, acting like a common fool.
Uh-oh.
Borhall.
Stop this.
What do you want?
Stop this argument. You're causing a scene. What's going on here?
This does not concern you.
Well, maybe it does.
Please accept my apologies. I caught my brother attempting to do something unspeakable, and I could not contain my anger.
Oh yes, go on. Invite a total stranger into our family squabbles.
This is no squabble, you pompous fool. What you have done today is abhorrent. I can forgive stealing my money or pawning my valuables. What I cannot abide, however, is you attempting to some mother's urn with her remains still within.
I
That
have
is-
done many things I am not proud of.
That's pretty
I
bad.
have never stooped as low as that.
Times are tough, I guess. Why would I say that? That's awful.
I was drunk. I did not know. All of those vases appeared the same.
It is an urn, not a vase, you ignoramus. And you were the one who chose it when Mother passed away. I am tired of your shamelessness, and I am done bearing what should be your indignity. Do you hear me? I am done. You have gone too far this time, Amila, and I cannot bear the humiliation of being your brother any longer. I challenge you to a duel. Danica shall be my second.
What? Are you mad?
Borhall, are you sure? There is already so much death in the city. What good would this do?
That's a good
there
point.
There has to be another way.
Too late, Danica. He has issued his challenge. I accept. I, in fact, look forward to it. You shall be my second.
Okay. Well, you'll have to show me the ropes.
Then it is settled. Outsider, you will work alongside Danica to prepare for the duel. As for you, Amila, enjoy these last few moments. For when we next meet, your shameful life ends.
Do not sound so confident, brother.
Their family home is this way.
I cannot wait to be rid of it.
We can discuss the matters there. You will be working with me. As seconds, it is our duty to prepare for the duel and ensure fairness.
Okay.
I am sorry that you have found yourself in this situation. But know that you are doing Amila a great favor. He truly has no one else who would be willing to do this for him.
Great
Serpent. He has burned every bridge imaginable. It seems that after years of suffering Amila's embarrassments, Borhall has reached the boiling point. But still, to challenge your brother to a duel, I pray that we will be able to work towards a peaceful resolution before it's too late.
And the rest of us.
Where are we going? We're going to the Herald's Rest now. Look at this cool tree.
No, of course not. How could everything be all right? Why even bother asking a question?
So we got roped into this. How about it? You just never know what you're going to find, do you? Danica Hagen. In we go. This your place?
This is
Adlam
it.
House.
Shall we begin our duties?
I guess.
Are you ready to discuss our roles?
Yes. Yeah, I'm ready. They aren't serious, right? Yeah, good question.
Oh, they are deadly serious. Borhall would have not dared to challenge Amila if not. The Odlum family has held duels in the past. It is something of a family tradition.
Okay. They've had family duels before? Wait, what? Is this normal?
Yes. There was a duel between their two great-grandfathers, I believe. From what Borhall has told me, it began as a property dispute. Their uncle died in a duel after being challenged by their grandfather. He was accused of stealing family heirlooms. History, it seems, repeats itself.
Apparently so. This family has an unfortunate and violent history, yeah.
Yes, and it seems that the cycle will continue. Unless you are able to get the brothers to agree to a peaceful resolution.
Well, it's a good thing I'm highly invested in persuasion. I'm ready.
Very good. Let us begin. Your primary duty as Amila's second is to work with the brothers and see if a peaceful conclusion is possible. Namely, if Amila apologizes to Borhall and he accepts, the duel may not move forward. As for me, I will be procuring the weapons for the duel and the materials for the proceedings. Borhall as challenger reserves the right to choose the weapons, and he has chosen blades. Do you have any concerns?
Yeah.
I will note your concern, but know that Borhall has the final say. If that is all, we will break here and see to our duties. Before that, though, I know that this duel is foolish. I am sorry you got pulled into this. I will try and find another peaceful solution to this problem, should you be unsuccessful in convincing them to call it off.
Are duels commonplace?
Duels were quite common 100 years ago, but have become more rare with each passing generation. At this point, the Odlum family is the only one that still takes part in this custom.
It's a family tradition. What does Amila have the right to?
Amila has the right to deliver a genuine apology to Borhall and stop this duel before it commences.
Fair enough.
The odds of him doing so, however, are low. The Odlum brothers, like their ancestors, are stubborn and prideful.
Right. So I'm pretty sure I understand what I need to do. So let's get going. I don't know. I'll ask. Hey, Combustion. So far, so good. So far, so good. The expansion is... it starts out very nicely. I was expecting a little bit more drama before I was invited to join House Varun as like a convert. But other than that, you know, we'll see how that plays out. They'll see how that plays out. You know, I was able to convert.
We do not have time for this.
I know we don't have time for this, but there's still, you know, some friction, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, what am I supposed to do again?
Speak to the brothers and inquire if there is any opportunity for a peaceful resolution.
Yes.
Usually this would require Amila to apologize to Borhall.
I understand that.
As unlikely as that would be, though, Borhall can always decline the apology, and the duel will commence. Your odds of success are infinitesimal, but tradition decrees that you make the attempt regardless.
Indeed. Let's get going.
Report back to me when you have spoken with the brothers. We will discuss your secondary duty then.
Alrighty, very good. So yes, once we get here, I actually, I'm getting some Morrowind vibes from this. Actually, Skyrim, yes, or just in Elder Scrolls in general. But this is just so weird. This place is so bizarre compared with the rest of the game, and these people are so strange. It reminds me very much of Morrowind. Alright, so we're still wanting to talk to Ekris. But let's see how this duel plays out. Let's change this. Oops. Alright, so Borhall is there. And Amila is here. I guess we'll start with Amila, since he is the... and of course he's in the bar. Since he's the one that has to apologize,
Lest you lose your purpose as well as your home.
let's start with him. Hello, Amila. Let's chat.
Look who it is. I will not waste your time. I already know what you have come to ask. You wish to inquire if there is any possibility of me apologizing to my brother. The answer is no. The duel shall go forward as planned.
Okay, that's fine with me. You seem eager to die.
Why are you so sure that I will die? I have been in plenty of scraps on the streets, and I am not some sheltered pushover like my brother.
Well, it seems like you've made up your mind. Nothing good will come from this duel. What are you trying to prove?
You cannot just turn your back on family like Borhall has done to me.
Really?
And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of what he has done will rot him from the inside out. And if I win, it is justice.
Is it really? Why is it so difficult to apologize?
He is trying to kill me. Why should I be the one to apologize?
Well, that's the rules, man.
Borhall likes to paint me as a ne'er-do-well. But what type of psychopath wants to kill their own brother? It is not fair. He should be the one begging for my forgiveness.
How about some personal questions?
Fine. But do try to be brief. I would prefer to be alone so that I may enjoy what could very well be my final moments alive.
What led to this divide?
I do not know. Perhaps him challenging me to a duel has something to do with it.
Wait, what? Well, that's not exactly what I was asking, but why do you refuse to apologize?
Do I have something to apologize for?
Well, yeah, because, you tried to sell your mom's urn. If that's true, then you really think you can kill Borhall?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Not scared of dying?
Terrified.
Okay. Yeah, as your second, you need to open up to me. You aren't giving real answers.
Correct. You are my second, not my acquaintance. I do not wish to speak of these things with you.
Well, we could let the wife handle it. Let's see what happens.
Just answer the damn questions, or I will make you answer.
Fine. Ask your questions again.
Okay.
I had a wife once. I'm not going to flatter myself and pretend that I was a good husband, but I loved her. And she loved me. Appreciated me. Faults and all. I never felt like I had to prove anything to her. When I say to you that she was my world, my everything, I am serious. She was perfect. And somehow, she loved something like me. It was like living in a dream every day. Nearly a decade ago, she and I shared a perfect night. In what I had believed would be a lifetime of perfect nights. But when I kissed her cheek in the morning, my lips froze. She was cold. Stone cold. After my beloved's death, I made one bad decision after another. To Borhall's credit, he was almost always there for me. He even paid for the funeral expenses. But he could not stop me from taking to the bottle, no matter how hard he tried. Eventually, he gave up on me. My own brother. His love and understanding has been replaced with scolding. I am truly alone.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to say here. Both are, things you might say, but I'm going to say this one.
If it were Borhall in my stead, I would forgive him, like a brother is supposed to do. Family is family. We are supposed to be there for each other, no matter what. I would never have deigned to challenge him to a duel. He cares more about respect, the family name, honor, everything, except for me.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you. But no amount of condolences will bring her back.
Why do you refuse to apologize?
Because I am furious! My own brother, I cannot make sense of it. Who would challenge their own flesh and blood to a duel? Damn him! Damn him for putting me in this position! Damn him because I know even if I were to apologize, ending this duel before it starts, I will always see someone who would rather me dead when I look at his face!
That's a very good point. Do you think you can kill him?
As in, am I physically capable? Perhaps, if the Great Serpent wills it. Am I mentally capable? I believe so. I have never felt this fury within me before.
Are you scared of dying?
Look at me. Really look at me. Do I appear to be someone that has much to live for? If I die, I die. Nothing to be scared of. Except giving Borhall the satisfaction of taking my life.
Be honest.
I suppose the thought has crossed my mind. Maybe it would be better to be dead. I could be with my wife. Well, if the Great Serpent would let me be with her, we're never the most devout in Dasra. I am not sure that I want to die, but there really is not much to live for, is there? But I am not just going to let Borhal end me. I cannot give him that satisfaction.
This is a difficult situation. That's it. It seems you've made up your mind. Maybe we could ask this again?
You cannot just turn your back on... And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of...
He says the same thing.
He is trying to kill me.
Okay,
Borhal
I
likes
just
to
wanted
beat
to
me.
check.
It is not fair.
All right.
Yes, I have. I am ready to fight and to die, if that is what the Great Serpent wills. Perhaps Borhal was depending on me being a coward. Perhaps he did not truly believe this duel would go on. Unfortunately for him, I am no coward.
I was expecting this to be resolved with a speech check, but I'm very glad that it's not. All right, let's go talk to Borhal. These houses are very strange. In here. Alright. Oh, you have a safe. Maybe I should crack that later when you're not standing in here.
Us for the final time.
I'm gonna sweat it out of you, Borhal.
What is it? I need to prepare.
Well, you should call the duel off. You'll end up regretting it if you don't.
I will do no such thing, and will feel no regrets in avenging Amila's constant dishonors. I have given him every chance, every credit. I have begged him to turn himself around. But instead, it has been endless years of dishonor and pain. Damn him. I should have known years ago that this would be the only way things would end.
Let's see what we have here. If you knew it would end like this, why didn't you intervene?
Do you think I wanted this to happen? I tried to stop this downward spiral countless times. It was like saving someone from drowning, only for them to leap back into the ocean. Amila refuses to be helped, and he is determined to take me and the family name down with him.
Okay. What would it take for you to call off the duel?
There is nothing that could lead me to calling it off. An apology from Amila is worthless. He always falls right back into his old ways.
Okay.
There is no apology grand enough to make up for nearly trading your late mother's remains to fund an addiction. That is inconceivable.
Isn't it against the rules for you not to accept an apology?
It would be, if Amila weren't a habitual liar, deceiver, and cheater. As I said before, an apology from him is less than worthless. He has apologized countless times for a decade, only to continue stabbing me in the back.
Okay. Well, these two are at a real impasse. Do you think Amila has a chance of beating you?
Not at all. I have served my time in the military. Amila's condition made him unfit for service.
I thought all must serve.
He may put up a good fight, but I will surely be the victor.
Valar Dohaeris? Okay. Seems like your mind is made up. Let's ask some personal questions.
No, you are not my second. I do not see how this is pertinent to your duties.
Andrasia?
Show a modicum of respect and answer the questions.
Yes, my apologies. You are right. Forgive my ignorance. I will answer any questions you have.
I like that. Would you be happy if Amila died? Yeah, that's a great question.
No, Great Serpent, no. I will take no pleasure in his death. However, I may admittedly feel relief.
She is combustion,
I will
very
mourn
much
the
so.
loss of my brother. The brother he used to be, at least. And I will pray that his restless soul finds comfort with the Great Serpent.
He feels you gave up on him after the loss of his wife.
Grot shit. I was by his side for years afterwards, supporting him. I was saddened by her passing. And I cannot imagine what Amila went through during that time. But how many years am I expected to take care of him? To smack the bottles from his hand? To pay the bail when he was caught stealing? I have done more for him in 10 years than he has ever done for me in our lifetimes.
Well, what all have you done?
I have done everything, and he has left me with nothing. He comes begging for money, so I gave it to him. Then he comes begging for my items to pawn, so I sacrifice them. And then he comes screaming to me that I hate him, that I have done nothing to help him. All of this for a decade now. I would lay by his side every night praying that he would not choke on his own vomit. But in the mornings when I would throw away his bottles of Koza, he would fight me like a monster. I used to take such pride in giving to the community and in using my privileged position to help the less fortunate in the city. But I can no longer do that, as Amila has taken nearly every cent from me. I have sacrificed my entire purpose for living in the hopes that Amila would get better. And he never does.
Well, I agree. Tough love is definitely the course of action. I don't know if killing him is going to be it, but I also don't fully understand this culture. But without going into details, I can completely relate to this situation in my real life. What caused the rift?
The Koza ruined him.
Mm-hmm.
Once he began living at the bottom of a bottle, everything changed. I am just exhausted by him. It is exhausting to constantly be blamed by him for all of his problems, while always being expected to forgive and help him when he demands.
Tough love would have been the thing to do a long time ago, right? I know it's so easy to not do that, but the mistake was made to give in, and so you inadvertently created a monster. What was your relationship with Emilio like before his addiction?
We were never the closest of brothers, as our personalities are just so different. But we were close enough. He was a free spirit, which irked my parents. Honestly, I respected him a lot. He was unbreakable, even though the world was not always kind to him. He was funny, kind, and he always was trying to cheer me up, even if I had nothing to be sad about. The Emilio you know now is not my brother. My brother may as well have died years ago. The Amila walking around today is nothing like what he used to be.
Can relate to that too. We know what Koza is, but I want to see what he says.
An alcohol made from goat milk. Amila is absolutely dependent on it, and his wife was too. The damn stuff rots your brain, I swear. He has always been a troublemaker, but once the Koza took over, he went from bad to worse.
Okay.
Now he is just an addict and a thief. I will be putting him out of his misery.
So the relationship was likely between Amila and his wife was probably toxic. Again, I can relate to that. Do you hate your brother? We know the answer is no.
I do not hate him. I do not love him either. And I can no longer tolerate him. I am sure Amila will spin a tale about his hard life. But the truth is that he has always been a miscreant and a troublemaker. But when Father moved to strike him, who dove in front of the blows? When Mother would not feed him, who sacrificed their food? It was me. It was always me. How does he repay me? He steals my valuables, slanders my name, and brings dishonor on the family. Any affection I had for my brother is long dead.
This is really bothering me. Okay. That was all. It seems like your mind is made up.
If that is all, you may take your leave.
Okay. I'm going to make a permanent save here. Where is she?
How are you handling everything?
I'm sorry. I'm going to need a minute. Just 1 second. I'll be back.
Do not let Amila break you down.
Okay, I'm ready.
How did you fare?
Well, neither agreed to call off the duel.
While disappointing, I am not surprised. Those brothers are stubborn as groats. But you may still have a chance to halt any bloodshed. Listen to me very carefully. Your final duty as a second is to prepare the ceremonial drinks that the duelist will imbibe prior to the duel.
Oh, I see where this is
As you are
going.
preparing the drinks, you will treat each cup with this tranquilizer. Borhall and Amila will be too weak to fight after drinking this. This duel is idiotic, we both know it. It is a needless loss of life during a crisis where there is already so much death. And the victor will rue his actions for the remainder of his life. You have one final chance to stop this.
You are placing both of their lives into our hands. This responsibility is not fair.
What is unfair about saving 2 lives?
Quite honestly, I'm not convinced that it's all that idiotic, but it is true that whoever wins will be forever changed, and they'll probably end up removing themselves from the equation not long after. Are you sure it's safe?
Theoretically, this should be safe.
Okay, that's great. What if I dose 1 cup? I don't know why I would do that.
That would be tantamount to murder.
Oh, I see, yeah. Why do I have to do this? That's a good question.
Tradition decrees that the second of the challenged prepares the ceremonial drinks. I, as the challenger's second, will lead the duelist in a final prayer. We must follow tradition closely so as to not arouse suspicion. If Borhall is wary of us, he will remove us as second and simply hire others. And the bloodshed will move forward unchallenged.
I don't have a choice. Okay, leave it to me.
Very good. Report to me when you are finished.
Well, I guess
May
this...
the Great Serpent aid us.
I guess this is probably... What, you were thinking about me in all this. Look at her. Isn't she just adorable?
There is no one I would rather see right now.
I look forward to every day in a way I could not imagine before I met you. Then I shall be sure and tell you more often, darling.
What a sweetheart. Okay. I guess it's time. Oh, this is neat. I like this mosaic. Or whatever. Alright. Tranquilize Amila, tranquilize Borhall, tranquilize both, tranquilize nobody. So I do have a choice. And this is not an easy choice. Because they're going to survive, and then it's just going to keep on going. Goodness gracious, I do not know what to do. But I do know I'm going to make a permanent save here because I want to explore these options later. Right now, I guess I'll tranquilize both, even though I hate every option. I was kind of hoping that Andreja would have something, you know, some insight for us, but I guess not.
Much to do. Is everything ready?
Indeed.
Then it is time to begin the duel.
Yes, finally. I am ready to do what must be done. The time has come. Amila, are you sufficiently prepared?
I am ready.
It is time. Nothing we can do now but observe and hope for the best.
Well, isn't that always the only thing we can do? No matter what it is in life? When you boil it down? I have a feeling that this is going to go horribly wrong. Maybe they're both going to die of poisoning now. That would be just grand, wouldn't it? Okay, here we go.
To your health, brother.
Observe the duel.
And may the Great Serpent have mercy on your soul, Amila.
Better be fast acting.
What is this? What have you done to me, Amila?
I am affected as well, dear brother. I did not do this. I can hardly see you in front of me.
hell is this? What did you do? What is this? Sabotage?
This duel was an asinine idea, Borhal. We put a stop to it.
Yes.
There is no use for needless bloodshed at times like these. We must come together, not kill one another.
You traitoress. You betray me. And then you lecture me.
Oh, enough of your grousing, Borhal. Your precious duel can wait. Or are you truly so determined to kill me?
Enough of your taunting. This is not over.
I am counting on that.
Remove yourselves. We must rest. But know that you have only delayed the inevitable.
Well, I had a feeling. Well, those are big flowers. Look at that. My goodness, this has been a very emotionally draining quest for me. What do you say?
Thank the Great Serpent. You did it. The tranquilizer worked and you saved them both. Thank you for trusting me.
For now. True combustion. They do have longer, and hopefully they will have more time to think, you know, when you cool off. Will they be okay?
What? From the tranquilizer? They will sleep a few days and be fine. I expect.
Wow, that must be a heck of a tranquilizer.
They may suffer a bit, but it is a far better alternative to being stabbed to death.
It wasn't the happy ending I was expecting.
Nonsense. You've made the right choice. Their egos are bruised, but deep down they are both relieved. Come what may, we have narrowly avoided a bloodbath today. If they are stupid enough to try again, we will find another way to stop it. But I doubt that day will come.
I sure hope so. How do you know they won't just duel each other again?
I have faith that the Great Serpent will open their hearts to each other. He will show them that the pain from the tranquilizer would be dwarfed by humiliation and guilt, had the duel ended in bloodshed.
I really hope so. Well, I'm not sure this is an end.
Some of Amila's pessimism seems to have rubbed off on you.
Well,
I want to thank you. You trusted me, and because of you, the brothers, my friends, are both alive. They are imbeciles, but better people than they seem. I am grateful for you. Please take this. It is admittedly not much compared to what you would have received if one of them had perished, but can you truly put a price on a human life? You are free to go. May the Great Serpent be with you. Always.
Well, I suppose it depends on the human. Oh, sad as that may sound, I know that sounds terrible, but speaking pragmatically, what this is a cooking station. Yeah, doesn't that look gross? I mean, delicious. Cool. Okay, so going along the themes of things being, you know, atypical and unusual around here, and it reminding me of Morrowind. This is a very good example. This will be a neat little photo, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Showing things in there I can get, but I can't actually get them. Well, I tell you what, I've been going for a little over an hour and a half, and that quest really kind of wore me out. Like I said, there's some personal relationships there that I can definitely see, and wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that, but that's good. You know, I like to see that kind of thing. It helps make the game more engaging, etc. So I'm going to take a small break from streaming. Thanks, Combustion, for stopping by. I hope you have a great day today, and or evening, or night, wherever you might be. And yeah, I'll probably stream again this evening for me. That would be around 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll see you then. I hope everybody has a great day wherever you are, whenever you are. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.